Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek and we're back for the Brittas Empire. It's been a weird up and down series, so let's see how this one goes. Obviously, it is a busy month for Brittas because unless this is a two-parter, which I don't believe it is, but you never know. It might be a two-part finale like we've had the last couple of series. The plan is episode 6 today, episode 7 next week. The week after would be a double header, with it being the Royal Variety performance and an outtakes video. And then on the Tuesday rather than the Friday, it would be the Christmas special of the Brittas Empire. So let's see what we got in store for us this time.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Mr. Brittas falls in love?
Mr. Brittas. Of course, Mr. Brittas. No, we won't forget. It's in the diary for next Tuesday. Yes, I do look at my diary, Mr. Brittas. Goodbye, Mr. Brittas.
And this is an aquarium. Nice socks.
Mr. Brittas? Mr. Brittas?
Is it by the seaside?
Mr. Brittas? You wanted to see me, Mr. Brittas?
Isn't that a beautiful sound, Gavin?
Yeah.
Yes. Sounds like seagulls, Mr. Brittas.
Well, yeah, not
No,
seagulls so
not
much.
seagulls, Gavin. Now, why did I call you up here? Yes, I want everyone in the staff restroom right away, please.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Can you just do a tannoy and get them down and meet them down there?
Canapes, Ben. Come on, darling. They're your favourite. Smoked salmon, beluga caviar. Well, please yourself.
Carol?
I'd rather have that.
Mr. Brittas. He's acting very strangely.
Well, I know. Ever since he's come back from his tour, he's had a sort of somewhat distant and, dare I say it, poetic look about him. It's artistic.
No, thank you, no. I don't get it. He's up in his office now, listening to sounds of the sea.
Carol, how are the staff enjoying my canapes?
Oh, wonderful, Tim. I'm enjoying... Everyone's enjoying.
Everyone?
Tiny little suggestion.
Go on.
The prawn parcels.
Yes.
Just a teeny weeny bit too much coriander.
You're right. Oh, by the way, Carol, has my case turned up yet?
Yes. Came this morning.
Excellent. Pulling him on.
Excellent.
25 quid a bottle, this stuff.
That's a bit steep for a staff canteen, isn't it?
Look,
Tim?
as long as I'm in charge, I want people to have the best on offer. Oh, no! My cocoa van!
Tim, it's a staff meeting in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Tim.
come on.
Now, as you know, last week I was sent by Brussels on a fact-finding tour of European leisure centres, and since I've come back, some of you have noticed that I've been rather dreamy and aloof.
What, more so than usual? So is he still working for Brussels then and the European Commission thingamajoggy, even though he, died? And what's this about the staff room canteen? Is Tim getting more of a responsibility? Is that what you get after being really petulant and, nearly killing a load of people?
Is everything all right?
Yes, fine, thanks, Linda, but as your manager, I think it's only fair that I should explain why I have been behaving this way.
Please do.
It was while we were in the...
I'm so sorry I'm late, Mr. Brittas.
Always
We
away.
have osmosis in the downstairs toilets.
Great.
Just sit down, please, Colin.
Murky, yet at the same time, teasingly transparent lid. He's railing up out of one of the bowls.
Thank you, Colin.
I've tried flushing it, but it only seems to make matters worse.
Sit down, please, Colin. Now, to cut a long story short, it was on the Norwegian leg of our tour that it all happened.
What happened?
I fell in love
In love?
with Ingrid, the most divine creature you've ever seen.
Does Mrs. Brittas know about this?
Is this going to be something weird, like it'd be a walrus or a penguin or something random like that? Because seeing an aquarium thing outside, hearing the sea, it's got to be something sea-based. It can't surely be a woman. I mean, Ingrid does sound lovely.
Oh, yes. Mrs. Brittas is in love with her too.
Don't you think the three of you should try and sort this out in private, Mr. Brittas?
No, Timothy. You're all part of it. Allow me to show you a photograph of Ingrid.
Mr. Brittas, I don't think that's appropriate.
Oh, it's a dolphin.
It's a dolphin.
That's right, Gavin. The sounds in my office that you thought were seagulls were in actual fact sounds of one of these beautiful creatures.
Are you trying to tell us you're in love with a dolphin, Mr. Brittas?
That's right, Tim, yes.
It'll be sheep next.
Yeah, Welsh.
You see, it was while we were at the Sportshog for Lufthalle in Oslo.
The what?
That's Norwegian for leisure centre, Julie.
Yes.
Mrs. Brittas and I were invited to swim with Ingrid. Now, at first, I was sceptical, never having bathed with a mammal before. But after 2 laps with Ingrid, I was filled with the most extraordinary sense of well-being and love for my fellow human beings.
What was a dolphin doing in the leisure centre, Mr. Brittas?
An intelligent question, Linda, and indeed one that I asked. Apparently, it's part of their occupational therapy programme. The fact is that these creatures have the power to heal.
Aren't you thinking of hamsters, Mr. Brittas?
No, Timothy, I'm not. I'm here to tell you that Mrs. Brittas was on a heavy course of antibiotics at the
Are you
time.
sure they were antibiotics?
What do you mean?
Well, only the last time she was an antibiotic, she was convinced I was the first movement of Mendelssohn's violin concerto.
Probably more likely to be antipsychotics.
She happened to be allergic to penicillin. Mrs. Brittas, after a couple of laps with Ingrid, needed the pills no longer. She was completely cured. And with my own eyes, I saw a little disabled child, all sad and forlorn. After a couple of laps with Ingrid, she sprang out of the pool with a new look of brightness upon her face.
That is so beautiful.
It is indeed, Colin. And that is why next Tuesday is going to be Dolphin Day at Whitbury Newtown Leisure Centre.
You mean we're going to have a dolphin in the pool?
That's right, Gavin. I've ordered it already. I believe the people of Whitbury should benefit from swimming with one of these lovely creatures.
I think that is a magnificent gesture, Mr. Brittas.
Thank you, Colin. The pool will, of course, have to be drained and filled with seawater. I've already made
I'm
arrangements.
sorry,
for
Mr.
this.
Brittas, I must protest. I really don't think we should promote keeping animals in captivity, especially when they're being used for sordid public entertainment.
Linda, I hardly call a day of healing sordid public entertainment.
Healing, poppycock, is a day of cheap thrills.
Right. Woo.
Well, I will try and give my views on that at the end, so stay tuned for that. This is going to be interesting, see what they do with this here and how chaotic they will be. But I have swum with dolphins, but there were dolphins in the wild. And again, I will tell you more about that at the end.
Ooh. Far be it from me to ignore a protest from one of my staff members. We shall put it to the vote, shall we? All those in favour of Dolphin Day, raise their hands. All those against Dolphin Day, raise theirs. Right, yes, I think you're outnumbered, Linda. Finally, before we get back to work, Mrs. Normanton is on holiday. Timothy has kindly volunteered to take over the running of the staff canteen. I'd like to wish him luck.
Actually, I've been going a week, not that anybody's noticed.
Well, perhaps more people would turn up if you dropped your prices.
No, just a minute. I do a £17 set menu, which I think is very reasonable. And that includes a half carafe of wine.
I always bring butties myself.
Well, right, anyway, perhaps, Tim, you could do something nice for Dolphin Day. I'm rather partial to shepherd's pie myself.
Told you it'd be sheep next.
I'll do my best, Mr. Brittas, but it won't be shepherd's pie.
Oh, I love shepherd's pie, especially with a bit of Guinness in the gravy.
Morning, Carol.
There's my top tip.
What?
Welcome to Whitby Newtown Leisure Centre, Miss Brittas. How can I help you?
Has that bride delivery arrived yet?
Yes, Mr. Brittas, they're pumping it through the back door.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So, Miss Brittas, as you're here, I'd like to show you something I did in my art evening class, especially for today.
Is that a shark?
Very nice, Carol. Particularly like the submarine.
Thank you.
No.
It's a dolphin.
Hasn't, 'cause it ain't got the
I'm a
snout.
little busy at the moment, Penny.
No, I found this girl wandering around the building. She says she's from Whitbury Comprehensive.
Completely slipped my mind. You're here to see how a leisure centre works, aren't you? What's your name?
Rosemary Rawlington.
Rosemary what?
Rosemary Rawlinson. She's rather shy.
Right, well, if you're going to be with us for 2 weeks, I'm afraid you're going to have to learn to speak up, aren't you, Rosemary?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Bit of a stickler for formality, Penny, particularly when it comes to young people.
I'm so sorry to interrupt, Mr. Brittas. Just to say, I've managed to unblock the left-hand cubicle, but...
Thank you, Colin. About time after 4 days. Rosemary, this is Mr. Colin Weatherby,
Well,
one of my
where's
deputy
the but?
managers.
Well, we know where the
Colin,
but is.
this is Rosemary Rawlinson, who's with us on a fortnight's
Don't
work
shake her hand.
placement.
Don't, no!
Colin, I'd like you to look after Rosemary for me.
Me, Mr. Brittas. I'll treat her like my own daughter.
Great!
Be a
What,
bit
that one from
sensitive,
Australia?
Be a speech impediment. Right, I've got a brine delivery to see to. Carol, no eating on duty, please.
Julie, can you do us a favour?
No.
Oh, please, Julie, it's just a tiny little thing I want you to...
No! Now here's your menus.
Oh, thanks, Julie. Look, if you could just call the fishmongers. I've got to shoot off to the vegetable market before it closes.
It'll cost you.
Well, I've already given you 50 quid for typing these.
Suit yourself.
Well, thank you very much. Just when you need a friend to help you out.
Oh, all right. I'm too soft. That's my trouble.
Oh, Julie, look, I've ordered 10 pounds of shark steaks for lunchtime. If you could just call to confirm the delivery. There's the number.
Shark?
Well, it's Dolphin Day, so I thought we'd do a special seafood menu. It's lobster bisque, followed by filet de raquin à la bordelaise.
You what?
Well, it's a little recipe I picked up in Bordeaux. Shark marinated in white wine and oregano. It's delicious. Oh, Julie, you've missed off the circumflex accent.
Have I?
Yes, it's the little hat that goes over the A in gâteau, and it's à la carte, not à la crate. Don't forget the fishmonger, okay?
Weirdly, I'm actually talking to a girl on a dating app, literally over the last 2 days or so, who apparently has a house near Bordeaux. That's a weird coincidence.
Must be it.
Hello, Marine Park Aquarium.
Oh, hello. It's Whitby Newtown Leisure Centre here.
Look, you have to speak up, love. I can't hear you.
I said it's Whitby Newtown Leisure Centre.
Uh-oh.
I'd like to confirm our order. What's that noise?
Penguins.
Is that the fishmonger?
Damn.
What?
What was that about fish?
Oh, I'd like to order some shark.
Well, sure, so you've changed your mind then.
What?
You don't want the dog. Oh.
Oh!
Hello, are you there? Hello?
So you want a shark then?
Yeah, about £10.
The smallest we do is 15 stone. Baby tiger shark.
15 stone.
Tiger shark.
I could always freeze it.
Shut up!
What?
Not you, damn, they never stop.
Oh, well, just get it to us by lunchtime, okay? Bye.
Well, here we go then. Instead of having Dolphin Week, we're having Jaws Week. Clearly.
What's wrong with cod?
As far as I can make out, Rosemary, this appears to be the cubicle that's causing the problem. Oh, dear. It's got worse. Still, in a strange sort of way, there's something quite beautiful about it.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Yeah.
Now, will you please be quiet? My children are trying to sleep.
Morning, Carol. Hasn't arrived yet. Oh, welcome, Miss Brittas. Has what arrived? The dolphin, of course.
I think it's due around lunchtime.
Lunchtime?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sure, Gordon said this morning. Oh, well, I'll have to have a sauna or something. Carol, are those chickens?
Yep.
I'm afraid they are, Miss Brittas.
Your chickens?
They were supposed to have been delivered by the back door.
Good morning, my darling. We can do without the farmyard impressions, thank you, Carol.
Yes, Miss Brittas.
Anxious to be first in the queue for a dip with Wally?
Who?
Wally the dolphin.
Oh, yes, yes.
Carol, are you laying an egg?
No, Miss Brittas. They're Tim's chickens.
May I have a word, please, Mr. Brittas?
I'm rather busy at the moment, Linda.
Mr. Brittas, I implore you to call off this dolphin thing.
We've
Me
been
too
through
now.
this,
Now
Linda.
we know
If
it's
you
a
still wish to
shark.
complain, there's a formal procedure.
Which is?
Put it in writing, in triplicate, copy to me, copy to head office, and one for yourself for reference.
But that could take weeks. The dolphin is coming today.
Well, too bad, Linda.
Linda, twice round the pool with Wally and you'll feel like a new woman.
But that is... What's this? Poor caged things.
Oh,
Apparently
no.
they're Tim's. Tim, just the man. What are these doing in reception?
Tortilla, Mr. Brittas.
What?
Spanish omelette, my alternative menu for today. You see, I must have fresh eggs.
Such smooth, silky skin and eyes that just melt your heart.
I've lost track. Is that the barman or the aerobics instructor?
No, Ingrid, the dolphin. We just kept going round and round the pool, and then I started getting these sensations.
What sensations?
Waves of energy going up and down my body. It was just amazing.
Sounds pretty dubious to me.
No, it was a wonderful spiritual experience, I think. The only trouble is, I just can't seem to look at Gordon the same way anymore.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just that every time we come to, I keep fantasising he's got a beak and a dorsal fin.
Come on, form a queue. That's it, form a queue. Right, quieten down, please, everyone. Quieten down, ladies and gentlemen. I said quiet. Right, now, my name is Gordon Brittas, and I'd like to welcome you to this special day, a day of healing and harmony, where hopefully everyone will get a chance to swim with this divine creature.
And get
we
eaten
swam
alive.
with the dolphins in Ireland. Was the most wonderful experience I ever had.
Would you go to the back of the I did say stop talking. Go on.
He did.
The dolphin will be here in due course, ladies and gentlemen, all right?
Is it better to have it there and make sure
sure
it's
you
all good
ordered them?
first?
Yes, thank you. Fine.
10 pounds of new potatoes, 8 pounds of courgettes. I couldn't get organically grown, and no, I'm not going out again.
Well, the shark steaks haven't turned up, so it's sauteed trout again. Get me 2 pounds of fresh shiitake mushrooms.
Well, not again. I'm supposed to be helping Brittas in reception.
Fine. I'll go myself. Nobody's helping me, but never mind. It's only Tim.
It's only Tim.
Shiitake.
No, Carol.
Please, Mr. Brittas. Ben's been so looking forward to swimming with the dolphin all week.
Carol, I cannot let Ben anywhere near the general public, not with his records.
But he's calmed down now, Mr. Brittas.
Carol,
I
I
don't
heard
know.
Paul dangling his Montessori teacher out of a second-floor window, calming down.
I think Ben actually may stand a chance against the shark.
Hi, Gordon.
Miss what, my sweet?
The dolphin, you fool.
No, doesn't get here till 12:30. Any time now.
Is this the front of the queue?
Yes, it is, my darling. If you'd like to go to the back of the queue, please.
Back of the queue, I'm your wife.
Wife or no wife, Helen, you got to wait your turn like everyone else.
What
Yes!
is the point of being married to the manager if you can't even jump a flipping queue?
Yeah.
I'm from the Marine Park.
Are you indeed? Well, you're 1 minute late. Gary, take this man and his van round the back, please.
Oh, Miss Brittas, I was just going to,
Take him round the back, please.
Yes, of course, Mr. Brittas.
Right, everyone. The good news is that Wally is on the premises.
I've never seen one in the flesh before. I'm told they're really friendly. Friendly? That's the first word that springs to mind.
Yeah.
We do get a lot of bad press, though, it has to be said. So I blame Steven Spielberg. Yes. Do you mind if I leave you to it? Only I promised our catering manager I'd get him some shiitake.
Hey?
Mushrooms.
Why would you not add the word mushrooms at the end of that?
Excuse me, make your way to reception.
She's supposed to have been here half an hour ago.
I could page her again, Miss Brittas.
Not much point, Carol. Where is that girl?
Give us an S! Give us an A!
Oh, God.
Give us a D! Give us an I! Give us an S! And give us a T! What does that spell?
I don't know. What did it smell?
Gabby, where's Linda?
She's outside, Mr. Brittas.
Well, tell her to come in here, please. We're understaffed as it is.
She's leading a demonstration, Mr. Brittas.
What?
I think you better get out there.
A demonstration?
A demonstration?
I'm warning you, Linda. This could have serious implications for your job.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brittas, but unless you hand over the dolphin to us, we'll be forced to take further action.
Are you threatening me?
I'm afraid I am, Mr. Brittas.
Set, Mr. Brittas. We'll pick him up this afternoon.
Right, thank you.
Murderer!
Oh!
Over here, Charlie.
Right, I want you lot off council property by the time I get back, or I'm calling the police. I'll deal with you later, Linda. Right, everyone, this way, please.
Mr. Brittas, what's got into Linda?
Never mind Linda, Gavin.
Oh,
It's
God.
important that you and I stay focused so that people can enjoy the day.
2 episodes in a row where kids
into
are going
the
to get
pool,
murdered.
please, madam. Into the pool, please, young man. There we go.
Are you sure you know what to do, Mr. Brittas?
Yes, Gavin. They explained everything in Norway. It's quite simple, really. Right, if the rest of you would like to remain over by this small pool. Now, When the dolphin comes up to you, give them a little pat on the nose or look at the nose. They're very gentle creatures, so there's
Pat on the nose is
nothing to be
actually a
afraid
good
of.
thing.
And when he takes you around the pool, just relax.
Mr. Brittas.
Let's get going, Gavin, shall we?
Mr. Brittas, are you sure that's a dolphin?
What?
I mean, I thought dolphins looked sort of different.
Looks like it's a shark. It's a shark. Shark.
She was quite calm about it there.
Nothing like the sound of people enjoying themselves. Pass the bucket. This should do the trick. It's a mixture of battery acid, guava leaves, and Bulgarian cooking brandy. Yes. That's the one. Now, a quick test, and I'll tell Mr. Brittas that the toilets are back in action. Whoa! You stay there, Rosemary. I'll turn the tap off at the mains.
Well, stay there with the acid.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to see my receptionist, she will provide you with a refund.
And a canapé, Miss Miss.
We could have been killed.
I do apologise about that, sir.
You can apologise to my solicitors.
Gavin, what I want to know is how the shark got in there in the first place. You saw them put it in the pool.
Yes, well, actually, Mr. Brittas.
And another thing. What am I supposed to do? Tie a knot in it?
What?
The bloody toilets are out of order again.
Eh? They're supposed to have been fixed. Gavin, you're in charge. Talk to him.
Just pass the book.
Gavin, I should have buy the mushrooms, not pick them. I try to be ruined now. Chicken. Chicken tikka.
Chicken tikka. Oh! Oh no!
Linda, what are you doing?
Setting them free.
Well, don't.
Hold him.
Whoa!
Sorry about this, Tim.
The shark's gonna have the chicken. You feel like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
Just in time.
Rosemary, what's going on here? Where's Mr. Weatherby?
Mr. Brittas, you better come quick.
Not now, Gavin. I'm dealing with an emergency.
Well, there's a bit of an emergency outside, Mr. Brittas. They've got Tim.
Who's got Tim?
Well, Linda and her lot.
Rosemary, you look a dreadful sight. I want you washed and cleaned up.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
Poor Rosemary. Oh no.
Hand him over, Linda.
Will someone please get
My idea to put you there. We'll give you Tim if you give us the dolphin, Mr. Brittas.
You can have the
I will
dolphin.
not be blackmailed, Linda. Anyway, it's not a dolphin, it's a shark.
Makes no difference to us. It's still a poor creature that wants to be set free.
Help! I'm warning you, Linda. Either you let Tim go or I'm calling the police.
Oh, help, help! Oh, please, let me out.
Oh no! Oh no! No!
And they won't release him till we give him back the shark. Yes, Constable, I did say shark. Gordon Brittas. Judy, get the police station on the phone again for me, please.
I'm busy. 2 quid for a glass of fizzy water.
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Brittas, but have you seen Rosemary?
I am
Yeah, she's
rather
in the
busy
stomach
at the
of the
moment,
shark.
Colin. And those toilets are in a proper state. I thought you said they'd been fixed.
Good news on that front. When I was turning the water off, I discovered that what seemed to be a simple blockage was, in fact, a problem with the pressure differential caused by this. It must have escaped from the staff canteen. I found it nesting in the water tank just above the outflow pipe. Mr. Brittas, have you seen Rosemary at all?
I told her to go and wash herself.
Ah, she couldn't do that, you see. There's no water supply. I turned it off. Except in the pool, of course. And she wouldn't have gone in there because all those lucky people are swimming with that dolphin.
My God.
What's the matter, Mr. Brittas?
Come with me, Colin. I'll tell you on the way.
Yeah. Oh, go on. Go on. Go on, you can eat Helen. I don't care. As long as Rosemary's okay.
Rosemary! Alan, what are you doing?
God damn it.
I don't think Rosemary's all right, Mr. Brittas. Look.
She's here.
Oh, Mrs. Rawlinson, please take a seat. Thanks for coming at such short notice, Mrs. Rawlinson.
How you can explain this one?
I thought it best to talk to you in person. It's about Rosemary.
Yeah.
What's the matter?
Well,
She's dead.
she's disappeared.
Disappeared? Where?
We have searched everywhere, Mrs. Rawlinson.
Almost.
There's no easy way of saying this, really. We can't be sure, but I'm afraid it looks as if Rosemary may have been eaten.
What?
By a shark.
Is this some kind of joke?
Yeah, I wish that it were, Mrs. Rawlinson.
Hey, she's alive. Thank God for that.
Think you better come with me.
And a £10 refund for you, sir, thank you. £10 refund for you, madam, thank you. £10 refund for you, sir, thank you.
£10.10.
Beg your pardon.
I lost 10p in the locker.
Oh, have a canopy.
We will keep on looking, Mrs. Rawlinson, I promise you that. I do know how you feel. What I suggest you do is go home, have a cup of tea, put your feet up, take a magazine. I mean, I thought you said you'd searched everywhere.
We did, Mr. Brittas.
I found her huddled under the stairs. She's been in shock. Hardly surprising. It's not every day you come face to face with a flesh-eating fish. I've given her some tea. She's fine now.
Oh, come on, love. Let's get you home.
Mrs. Rawlinson. Mrs. Rawlinson.
Linda! Linda, please let me out of here. These feathers are killing me. Oh.
I can only apologise, Mrs. Rawlinson.
You haven't heard the last of this, Mr. Brittas, I promise you.
Yeah.
End all captivity! Hooray!
I'm warning you, Linda. This is your last chance to release Tim.
OK, Mr. Brittas.
Right, that's it.
Hey, what?
And I'd also like to apologise on behalf of all of us for any inconvenience we've caused you.
What?
I don't know what came over me.
Well, I'm glad you've come to your senses, Linda. You and I need to have a serious chat.
Yes, Mr. Brittas. I'm really sorry, Tim.
What?
It's for a really good cause.
Have a good day then, Mr. Brittas.
I've got a bone to pick with you. Now, I can assure you none of my staff would have even dreamt of changing the order without my consent. I shall expect a full refund for this. And if I don't get one, I shall be taking... Hey? Where's it gone?
What was that about, a refund?
£18,000?
Well, apparently that's the cost of a baby tiger shark, Mr. Brittas. There's also a letter from Huntley and Huntley.
Oh?
Solicitors, Mr. Brittas, acting on behalf of a Mr. Castleford, who came on Dolphin Day and is suing us for attempted manslaughter. But there is some good news, Mr. Brittas.
Oh, is
Yes,
there?
what's that?
Well, Rosemary's mother has dropped the charges, Mr. Brittas. Apparently, after her encounter with the shark, she stopped lisping, saved hundreds of pounds in speech therapy.
Nice.
Come in.
You asked to see me, Mr. Brittas. Hello, Gavin. How's Tim?
Oh, pretty bad, thanks, but nothing 10 weeks in traction can't cure.
Sit down, please, Linda. Now, I have considered your case, and I must admit I admire you for sticking by your principles.
Do you?
Having said that, you are guilty of a breach of discipline, let alone causing great physical and mental distress to one of your colleagues.
Yes, Mr. Brittas.
I think the fairest thing to do is to give you an official caution.
Thank you, Mr. Brittas.
That it?
However, I'm also going to ban you from my evening lectures for a period of 1 month.
Oh, that's just terrible.
However, Linda, one thing does puzzle me.
What's that, Mr. Brittas?
Whatever happened to that shark?
Suppose we'll never know.
Is that just a way of just going, yeah, you know what? We'll leave it up to you to have a think on that one. Holy moly. That, I tell you what, that felt like a return to form. That really did. You know, this season's been so up and down, a really weird series. But that is truly back to just brilliance of Brittas. See, that's when it is good. When you keep things really, really simple. You have a simple premise, you have simple miscommunications, and it just goes to hell. And it is hilarious. So, props to them for that one. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. So, let's have a quick chat about some of the things I mentioned in that. So, when it comes to animals in captivity and sea life and aquariums and all that kind of stuff. What I don't like is when you get people who are so basically hypocritical when they're like, oh, you need to have animals and they need to be you're not allowed to have animals or you know, sea creatures or whatever. They can't be in captivity, they can't be this, they can't be that, you're being cruel to animals and so on and so forth. And yet a lot of those times those people are animal owners themselves. Now, I'm not saying that by definition, if you are against it and by having an animal yourself, you are, you know, in turn being cruel to your own animal, because there are pretty much, I would say, 99.9999999% of people who have pets do look after them and treat them very well and treat them like a member of their own extended family. But there's that line, you know, where you are being a little bit hypocritical. Now, I will definitely say having animals in captivity for the pure and only reason of entertainment, no. I do not agree with that in any way, shape or form. But it does have to be said that when you are doing it for conservation methods and you're doing it for a genuine reason, I am okay with it within boundaries. Now, like people have said for years, it's like, oh, maybe there should be a great white shark in captivity and you can see them and all this kind of stuff. And it's basically been proven that they don't survive in captivity. There are certain things about certain types of creatures that they just cannot cope with captivity. And for those ones, you're just like, no, you can't do it. You've got to do your best to do conservation and understanding and research in the wild. But then, you know, there are other creatures that, you know, for maybe like population reasons, they are dwindling, they're considered an endangered species and stuff. And so if you, and if they are able to, if you're able to bring them into, you know, captivity and assist them to be, you know, preserved, then again, I'm all for it. Now, when it comes to things like dolphins and sea creatures, I am very much in favour of those kind of sort of aquariums, if you like. They're not really aquariums, because you'll see what I mean in a minute. But those ones that they're sort of semi in captivity, if that makes sense. So I know that there is some. I think I went to one. I think it was it was in the Caribbean. I think it might have been in the Dominican Republic or somewhere like that, where effectively it's not like it's a tank. It is effectively, it's like a man-made sort of lagoon kind of thing, but it does back out into the open ocean, and effectively they allow the creatures the choice. They can stay or they can go out back into the wild. And those ones I am very much in favour of. And with those ones, they did do something similar where they take dolphins and they do sort of therapy kind of stuff and experiences with dolphins. And it was very much a case of it was the animal's choices. And this is the thing with dolphins. They are incredibly intelligent. You know, it could be argued that they're almost as intelligent as the human beings. Because I think they're one of only a handful of creatures who pass the test. I can't remember what the test is called, but it's one where you're basically able to recognise your own reflection in a mirror. And that I think is one of those tests that they say is supposedly one of the ways of defining intelligence. But I did swim with dolphins, and like I said, it was wild dolphins. So I was in the Dominican Republic, and this was, oh God, we're talking probably about 17, 18 or so years ago. And I did a course. I did a training course, and I went out. Did some scuba diving, and I qualified as an open water diver with like the worldwide kind of renowned scuba diving company called Paddy. And whilst we were out there, we happened across I don't know what they call it. Is it a pod of dolphins, a school of dolphins? I don't know. Let me know what the collective term is for a group of dolphins. I can't remember off the top of my head. But basically, we were just there in the open ocean, and there was, I don't know what, maybe 5 or 6 of them, and they started off in the distance, and then they sort of came a bit closer, and I just remember thinking, wow, this is incredible, because they were just kind of swimming around us and circling, and they were very, very playful, in some way, in the same way that a dog might be, like they're kind of coming to you and they're kind of rolling over, so you can kind of like stroke their stomach, and you could tell what they liked it. But it's when you looked into their eyes. I don't know what it was. I don't know how to describe it, but when you look into their eyes, you could see the intelligence. And it's like I said, it's the weirdest thing to try to explain. I've never been able to, because I've told this story a number of times over the years. But yeah, there's just, you can see that there's something there. And it was honestly one of the most incredible experiences of my life. And no amount of swimming in a pool with dolphins will ever come close to that. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts, and I hope you enjoyed that episode as much as I did. That was a thoroughly great return to form. I wonder, because they didn't seem to really leave it on a cliffhanger to make it sort of like a 2-part. The closest thing that it could be is potentially, are they going to go down the route of, there being like a court case and legal ramifications as a result of the shark in the last episode of this series. But for that, we're going to find out next week. I'm not going to do it as a double header because it's not clear that it is a 2-parter. So join me next week and we shall see what happens in the series 6 finale. But thank you once again for joining me. For now, my name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.